Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Gine, and it's Gine Signatures. My name is Gine. I welcome you all to my channel. So today I'll be making a very quick tutorial. It's just a simple top with this how will I call it, with these freckles or fribbles all around the shoulder area. So if this is what you're interested in, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's very simple. It's beginner friendly. It's a turtleneck. So I made use of 2 yards of fabric for this. So if this is what you're interested in, please sit back, relax. On the thumbnail, the model tucked it in and made use of a plain fabric, but I would advise that you can make use of any fabric of your choice. So my client wanted as longer, and she's a matured person, so she wanted it like this. But if you're a young girl or a young person, you can do exactly that on the thumbnail. So without wasting time, let's go over to the cutting table. So like I said, this is what the top looks like. So by the time you tuck it in, if you make use of a cotton fabric, it's going to be coming up pretty more better than this, but that was what my client wanted and that was what she bought. So I folded my fabric based on my client's bust measurement and hip measurement respectively, and then I'll be cutting both the front and the back simultaneously. So for the length of this top, I made use of 29 inches for my client. So now the next thing I did now was to get my shoulder measurement. So this is me just drafting the basic bodies, and then I came down by the shoulder measurement to have a straight line, and then I'll be carving out the armhole. I didn't make use of my pattern master because the material is a very temperamental fabric. It's very shaky, so I don't want my fabric to scatter on the table. So that's why I'm making use of my freehand on this tutorial. So I sloped my shoulder by 1 inch, and then for the neck width, this is going to be a turtleneck. I made use of 2¼ of an inch for the neck width. 2¼ that is 2 and 1 on the tape, 2 and 1, those small lines on the tape. So that's what I made use of. So and then for the neck depth, I just simply carved out 1 inch for the back, and then for the front I'll be coming down by 3 inches for the neck depth, but I'll be doing that later. So now I'm dividing the bust measurement into 4, and then I added 1 inch for ease, and then of course 1 inch sewing allowance or 1.5 inches sewing allowance. So you can add any sewing allowances of your choice as you deem fit. Yeah, so I'm dividing the armhole into 2 like so to get the midpoint, and then I'll be carving that out like so. Now if you want to get your waist measurement, you can go ahead and do that by free. I feel this is a free top, so that when you tuck it in, it's going to be sitting very well, and it needs to be free. So I'll just ignore that and then go to the length of the top, and then divide my hip measurement by 4, and then add sewing allowances to that, because this top is going to be getting all the way to my client's hip measurement. That is why I'm making use of a hip measurement. But if your own is just going to be on your waistline, like some inches below, like you just want to tuck it in just like you saw on the model, please just make use, you can still make use of your hip measurement, so that by the time you tuck it in, it will be free, to not be tight. It's just that the length would not be as long as this. So I'm cutting out the necklines, and then I'll cut out the side seams like so. And then I'll cut out the shoulder slope. And then the armhole. So if you're new to my channel, thank you all and God bless you. So as you're watching this, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to leave beautiful comments. Thank you. So I'll be slanting out for the zipper bulger, zip bulge. I don't want it to be bulgy at the back when I fix my zipper, so that's why I'm cutting out ½ an inch like so. So now this is what we have. So we have our front piece, and then we have our back pieces. So for the neck width, I'll be cutting this out. It's going to be, I came down by 3 inches. So this is what we have. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to open this up, join it on the shoulders, and then I'll be back to show you the next step. And then close up the zipper allowance temporarily, and then join the shoulders, and then I'll be back to show you the next step. Just join the shoulders by half inch respectively. So I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what I have. So I've already gone ahead to do one side. I've added the, I don't know how to call this thing, zipper plum, the ruffles. Okay, let me use ruffles. I've added the ruffles on one side off camera because I just wanted this tutorial to be fast. I don't want it to be too lengthy because it's a very simple tutorial. So now I'm going to be showing you how I achieved that on this other side. So for this other side, like you see, I opened it up and I came to the shoulder measurement. That my shoulder, I divided it into two. Whatever you have there, just get the midpoint. And then I came to the lower part at the back, and then I got the midpoint of that as well. And then you mark like so. So you're going to be connecting from the shoulder to the midpoint at the lower part like this. Just draw a straight line. Like I told you, I'm not making use of my pattern master because of the nature of the fabric. So whatever I did on that side, I'll come here as well and then repeat the same thing. Get the midpoint and then connect it like so to the shoulder. So we're going to be having a long stretch of a line from the front to the back of the top. Just spread it open like this, and it will be on the right side of the fabric. Now, how did I get this peplum or the friggles or the what I did, I'm so sorry, I have cold, is that I got the length of that from the front to the back and then divided by 6.28, just like the way we cut our peplum, and then I got the length of that. So that is going to give me the radius of the length of the peplum that I'll be placing around the shoulder area. Now, if you have more than enough fabric to do this, you can go ahead and increase the length of that peplum, but I made use of what I have at hand because I made use of the I managed the fabric. So now I got two of that, so I'm going to be placing the two, getting the midpoint of each, and then I'll be placing it on the shoulder area on that mark that I marked. As you can see, place it like this, place it the two on it, so one should be longer than one. So I just placed it on it like this, and then I'll be running the stitch on it like this from the beginning to the end. Just open up like that and then run the stitch on it. But if you want it to be 3 steps too, you can go ahead and do that, but I'm just working with what was on the thumbnail, which was just 2 steps of that. So this is what I have. So I'll just run the stitch like half an inch all the way, and then by the time we finish, this is how it's going to be coming out to be. So I'm going to be taking this to the sewing machine, and I've done that. So to all those edges of that thing, I used my serger machine, or what we call as interlocker machine or weaving machine. So I used it to weave it all the way so that it will look clean and neat. That was what I did to the armhole as well. I didn't use any bias. I used it to turn it all the way, to weave it, to make it neat. And then I came and I attached my zipper. And of course, if you don't know how to cut a turtleneck, I already have a detailed tutorial on how to do that. So that's why I didn't bother showing you. So that's how our top came out looking very beautiful. My client was very happy because she's going to rock it on her jeans and all this. So if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. And this is Genius Signatures, and I'm signing up. Bye. Thank